Hey, what's up my Koopa Troop? It's Koops. Welcome back to some more Plants vs. Zombies HD. We are still playing this all on the iPad, guys, and we're doing so well. We are on the night levels currently, and we are rocking out. But we are not rocking as hard as that disco zombie. He's one of my favorite zombies. He is awesome, and he is discoing down. We're going to see a little bit of him in action right now. Let's rock. Let's do it. So we are on, let's see, what level are we on currently? We are on level 2-8, making our way throughout this game. We have currently gone through the sun levels. We're at the night levels currently. And we're doing all right. We have not had any zombies get through. The zombies have tried pretty hard in some cases. In some levels, they did a little bit better than others. But for the most part, they really haven't had too much to brag about, in all honesty. They've been getting chewed on and spat at and shot at. The whole game so far, the whole game. I guess that's the whole point of Plants vs. Zombies, but you feel a little bad for them. All they want is a nice tasty meal of brains, and all they want is my brain. I'm not sure why they want my brain. It's not really particularly noteworthy at all in any sort or shape. I would say it's intelligent, but that might be lying a little bit, so I'm not really sure what to tell the zombies, I mean, I don't even know if my brain tastes good. I imagine it's pink and squishy and just not very flavorful. But, I don't know. Maybe the zombies know better than me. I mean, they're all running right for it, so there must be some kind of delicacy or something good about brains. I don't know. Maybe we should ask the zombies. They seem to have some kind of inkling of what they want or why they want it so badly. Regardless, I really don't want them eating my brain. I'm currently using it to barely play this game well. So I would prefer keeping it right now. That way I can finish this Let's Play off. If they take it from me at this moment in time, I probably couldn't finish this game. However, I'm not gonna lie, these levels right here are not very difficult, so maybe even without a brain I could. However, on some of the later levels, I think the answer is no, I could not. Here comes the disco zombie! The disco zombie is cool because he pops up 4 other zombies around him, and he discos down the row, and until you kill him, he actually keeps popping up disco zombies, which I think is awesome. I mean, who does not like a disco zombie? I mean, you're wrong. I mean, essentially, if you don't like disco zombies, you're wrong. I'm sure there's opinions or things like that on the matter, but not really, because everyone likes disco zombies. Just something cool about them, Something disco-y about them. Anyways, we're doing very well right now. We've taken out most all the stuff. I'm going to start eating some of these gravestones that are a bit in the way. I am planting all of my back row of the scaredy shrooms. And other than that, we've actually, we're doing all right here. They've got only one more wave coming in, don't they? Oh, I didn't even realize that. Well, I didn't eat too many of the plants, unfortunately, and they're all coming in the row that I did not do anything about. So we're gonna go ahead and plant this down right here. This is the ice shroom. Boom! Freezes all the zombies for just a little bit of a time. Now, the whole point of that is to get some time to go ahead and fire at them, which we actually need, because there's a lot coming down in that one row, especially. So hopefully, I don't have enough money yet to do it. But there we go. Got enough money now to plant another one right behind it. I'm just trying to kill off all these zombies, and there we go. Boom. Down they go. All dead. So we beat that there. They got a little bit close there at the end. We got to throw down the ice shroom to do some damage there. We got the doom shroom coming up. Destroys a large area, leaving a crater in its wake. The doom shroom is a not very useful plant. There's a lot of other plants that do what the doom shroom does and do it better, I think, in my opinion. I'm still going to bring it with us because I'm showing you guys all the plants as we go throughout the game. I've definitely shown all of them off so far. We're going to keep doing that mentality and keep using all the plants as best we can. So I will bring the doom shroom with us. However, like I said, it is not my favorite. I find it just, I mean, you'll see it in action, but it just... How do I put it? I mean, you plant it, it blows up an area like a cherry bomb, but then it leaves a crater. And what's the issue with the crater is that then you can't plant anything on the crater until the crater disappears. And that takes quite some time for that crater to go away, And so with that crater taking so long to go away, you're left with a giant hole that you can't plant anything in. It's kind of annoying, you know? That's just the way it is. But there's goods and bads to all of that kind of stuff. Oh, good, we just got him down just in time. That was a little bit close there, though. I was worried that zombie was gonna make it through our impenetrable wall of puff shrooms that we have back here going on. They're not too exciting, are they? However, we're gonna kill this zombie. He's gonna die. There we go. Tried to get a little munching off on that plant. Wasn't able to do it. Now, I actually wonder, do you think the zombies like the taste of plants, or is it really just like an inconvenience in the way as they try to get to the good tasting brains, you know? Is it one of those things where they're eating like, let's say they're eating some kind of, I don't even know what would be a good example, but let's say some kind of soup or something, you know, and there's chunky meaty bits in the bottom of it, and you want to get to those chunky meaty bits, but you can't because there's all this soup or gross noodles in front of it. Now that's not really the case because I love noodles, but let's just say they're gross. They're in the way, and you want that meat at the bottom, and you can't get to it because the noodles are in the way. And so until you eat all the noodles up, you are out of luck. Now, I think this example is going nowhere. And in the meantime, there's a zombie coming down my way, trying to eat all my plants up, which I do not appreciate, zombie. I do not like that at all. In fact, he's actually getting pretty far on his way along, so I'm going to have to actually double this one up as he eats all of my plants, which I do not appreciate, zombie. Go ahead and die, please. Thank you. So, yeah, he actually did quite some damage because I was kind of looking elsewhere and talking about noodles and meat. It actually sounds kind of good. Would not mind some noodles and meat. But nonetheless, we are playing Plants vs. Zombies and not eating. I wish I was kind of doing both. I suppose if I tried really hard and was a much better commentator, I could do both. I could talk and eat at the same time. However, I do not have the skills required to do that. So instead, what's going to happen is I'm just going to plant some plants around here in different areas, and we're going to win the game. We've been doing this all game, though, so far. This is not a surprise. These poor zombies, they think they know what's going on, but they really don't. They're just getting abused all around, all over the place. Now, let's see here as that gets rid of that. We'll go ahead and dig that up and plant a fume shroom in its place. I'm starting to plant my fume shrooms back there. They're useful in that regard. Got a huge wave coming in here. I could plant more of the, these sun shrooms, but I'm just not right now. I don't really need them that much. They'd be nice, but, it's a little unnecessary in regards to the fact that I'm having enough money to build my stuff for the most part. Now, exactly if I built more and did another row, then I'd probably be better off. I'm not. But I think we'll be just A-okay. As long as we build kind of a mixture here of fume shrooms and these long distance ones, these zombies with the screens will go down because actually the screens are really tough. So normally it takes a long time to beat them down. However, if you have these little fume shrooms here, they shoot right through it, right through the screen door. So that's why they're useful, and actually why you really need to build them, because otherwise you actually are a bit in trouble from those guys. That's why you really need the fume shrooms. Now I've dug up most of the graves. I'm going to keep digging up a couple more up here in the front. And we go ahead and plant another fume shroom there. I don't have any walnuts or anything with me, but I don't really need them that much. Almost enough money for another one. There we go. I have 3 more graves to dig up in the front. I need to try and... I don't need to do that, I suppose, but I'm going to try and do that anyways. I like getting the money, like getting the grave out of the way. That way when the last wave of zombies comes in, they don't pop out of all areas. I kind of have them under control. They have to come from the front. Let's get rid of this guy right here so I can, there we go, start planting that to start eating that. And a couple more of these free shrooms in the front. Other than that, we're doing pretty well here. I still have to show you the Doom Shroom. I will wait for a second to use that. I need to make sure I have enough money to do that. So I will save up for it. There we go. We now have enough. I'm going to get rid of that. Then we'll do it again. So I'll make sure I have enough money to use that Doom Shroom here. And I will use that against these last horde of zombies that's coming in, this last wave, to show you what the Doom Shroom does. It's interesting, and it does quite a lot of damage, so it is a good shroom in that regard. But like I said, the downside is that it just leaves a giant crater. Now, it's not really much of a problem. We're doing great. We've got such a great setup going on here. I'm not worried at all. But we got a huge wave of zombies approaching. So let's go ahead, and we actually have enough money to freeze and use the Doom Shroom, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use that Doom Shroom right here in the front. So here come the zombies. Here comes the Disco Zombie. Boom, there goes the Doom Shroom. So you can see that killed like kind of a row down of zombies, but you can see it leaves a crater right there in the front that I can't plant anything on. See, I can't plant on craters. So that's the downside to them, but at the same token, it does kill quite a lot. So if you're willing to sacrifice planting, which up in the front there, it's really okay. I can actually plant a Doom Shroom and it's fine. But normally I use cherry bombs. They seem to be just as effective and they don't ruin a spot for me. But let's see what kind of letter the zombies they left for me. Maybe it's something nice. Hello, we would like to visit for a midnight snack. How does ice cream and brains sound? Sincerely, the zombies. Well, zombies, I'm not sure that sounds ideal for me. I mean, I like ice cream, but I don't like brains. You know, I've had like lamb brain and stuff before, and they were okay, but I'm not sure if they taste like human brain or if human brain's more delicious or whatnot. So, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Please remember to leave a like if you did, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, take it easy. Peace.